In recent years, there's been a lot of speculation about the possibility of uncovering pyramids in Antarctica that are supposed to be buried under the ice there. These pyramids are said to have been built in ancient times. These are extremely old tales that have been passed down orally from one generation to the next for a considerable amount of time. Even though there is no concrete evidence to support these allegations, there are a number of intriguing speculations and tidbits of information that have contributed to the aura of mystery that surrounds this topic. As a direct consequence of this, the existing degree of passion towards this subject has been raised to a higher level. The continent of Antarctica is one that has, for a very long time, been veiled in mystery. It was not until 1840 that an American sealer by the name of John Davis made the first known landing on the island. The island was initially seen in 1820 by a Russian expedition commanded by Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen and Mikhail Lazarev. Since that time, countless expeditions led by explorers from all over the globe, including the well-known British explorer Robert Falcon Scott, have been sent to Antarctica to investigate its mysteries. Nevertheless, exploration of Antarctica did not begin in earnest until the middle of the 20th century, when numerous nations, notably the United States of America, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, and Russia, established research stations there. The research into the geology, climate, and ecology of the continent, as well as the inquiry into the potential for the continent's mineral resources, have all benefited greatly from the establishment of these stations. The tale of the pyramids being found in Antarctica is one that has sparked the interest and curiosity of a great number of people. Author and conspiracy theorist David Wilcock claims that he was approached by an anonymous person who claimed to have knowledge about the finding of ancient pyramids in Antarctica. This information was allegedly provided by the source. Wilcock's allegations were based on his firm belief that the source in issue was in possession of information about the exact positioning of the pyramids. He asserts that the pyramids were built using an unexplained crystalline substance that was far more long-lasting than any other material that is known to have been produced by humans. He says that this substance was used to create the pyramids. He further contends that the pyramids were constructed at a time when the continent was not covered in ice, since their location, 4 miles under the ice, indicates that they were constructed at a period of time when the continent was not covered in ice. If the rumor that pyramids have been found in Antarctica turns out to be genuine, this would be an important discovery that might have far-reaching ramifications for how we interpret the history of the continent. The fact that the pyramids are rumored to be constructed out of a crystalline material that is not known to have been produced by humans lends credence to the theory that they were erected by an advanced civilization that possessed knowledge and technology that were significantly more advanced than our own at the time. If what is being said here is accurate, then it would indicate that Antarctica was once home to an ancient civilization that was creative enough to construct gigantic buildings on the same scale as the pyramids. This would, in turn, raise issues about the former climate and geology of the continent, in addition to the likelihood that there are further buried riches just waiting to be found. The identity of the people who constructed the pyramids in Antarctica has been the topic of considerable discussion and conjecture. According to one school of thought, they were constructed by a long-vanished civilization that met its end as a result of a catastrophe, such as a meteor strike or a change in the Earth's magnetic field. Some believe that they were constructed on Earth by alien entities that came to the Earth in the world's remote past and stayed there. Some others claim that they were erected by a shadowy organization or a group of highly developed creatures that had knowledge and technology that was light years ahead of what we are now capable of producing or understanding. However the case may be, the fact that the pyramids are supposed to be formed of a crystalline material that is not known to have been manufactured by humans implies that whomever built them had access to knowledge and technology that was far more advanced than what we possess at the present time. If it turns out the pyramids were built in Antarctica, it would be an incredible feat of engineering that would need knowledge and technology that are light years ahead of what we have available to us right now. There is speculation that the pyramids were constructed utilizing a technique known as levitation, which would have enabled the architects and builders to move the enormous blocks of crystalline material without the assistance of pulleys or cranes. Some people believe that the people who built it had access to sophisticated equipment and methods which enabled them to cut and shape the crystalline material with an astonishing level of accuracy. Yet there are many who maintain that the people who constructed the pyramids had access to a source of energy that enabled them to power the building of the pyramids in ways that are not fully understood at this time. There is a remarkable similarity between the pyramids that are reported to have been unearthed in Antarctica and other ancient pyramids that have been discovered in other parts of the globe. For instance, it is believed that the pyramids that can be found in Antarctica have 4 sides, a square base, and a pointed top, which is quite similar to the pyramids that can be found in Egypt and in Central America. It is also believed that they are oriented in accordance with the 4 cardinal directions, which is a quality shared by the majority of the ancient pyramids. Because of these similarities, it is possible that the people who constructed the pyramids in Antarctica were either inspired by the people who constructed other ancient pyramids across the globe, or that they were part of a worldwide society that shared knowledge and technology. Many people continue to have doubts about the assertions that David Wilcock and others have made, despite the fact that the discovery of the pyramids in Antarctica has generated a lot of buzz and mystery since it was made public. It has been argued by skeptics that the allegations are not supported by any real evidence and that the narrative is nothing more than an overly imaginative conspiracy theory. They also point out that the extreme circumstances that prevail on the continent of Antarctica make it exceedingly impossible for a sophisticated civilization to have ever been there. Nevertheless, supporters of the hypothesis contend that the absence of proof is caused by the fact that the pyramids are buried under an ice sheet that is 4 miles thick, making it impossible to carry out a study in accordance with accepted standards. In spite of the skepticism that has surrounded the discovery of the pyramids in Antarctica, there are a great number of people who feel that more study and exploration of the continent might provide a great deal of useful information. In recent years, there have been a number of missions to Antarctica, the purpose of which has been to investigate the mysteries that surround the history of the continent. In the course of these trips, cutting-edge technologies like radar and satellite imaging have been used, among other things, in order to explore the subglacial terrain of the continent. In addition to this, there are plans to bore holes deep into the ice in order to get samples of the older ice that is located under the surface. These samples may assist to provide light on the continent's geological history and climate in the past, in addition to confirming or disproving the claims that have been made about the finding of the pyramids. If what has been reported about the finding of pyramids in Antarctica is accurate, this would be a spectacular find that would have enormous consequences for how we view the history of the continent. The fact that the pyramids are rumored to be constructed out of a crystalline material that is not known to have been produced by humans lends credence to the notion that whoever built them had access to a level of knowledge and technology that is significantly higher than what we are capable of. Whether or not the reports that the pyramids have been discovered are accurate remains to be seen. Nonetheless, the fact that there is so much interest and discussion around this issue is a monument to the lasting appeal of the mysteries that lay under the ice in Antarctica.